Hi, Assalamualaikum to Sir Armin and everyone. We are from Group 4 of Class IB10 and we are going to present about pricing strategies and product lifecycle. Our group consists of ARIFF, HANIS, IZZAH, NURIN, and FAIRUZ. Pricing strategies are important in a product or service because they affect the company's performance. Price plays an important role in creating customer value and establishing customer relationships. Meanwhile, the product life cycle is divided into 5 stages: product development, introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. The market defined by a product concept, on the other hand, goes through 4 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. The pricing strategy of a product concept changes over time and is influenced by this factor. As a result, in order to keep its product in the market, the company must devise an appropriate and effective pricing strategy for each phase. After successfully developing a product, the first stage is the introduction, where the product is being launched into the market. This stage includes the substantial investment in advertising and marketing focus on making consumers aware of the product features and their benefits. In the introduction stage, the company is first able to get a sense of how consumers respond to the product, if they like it or not, and how successful it may be. Furthermore, in the introduction stage, company can use 2 strategies: skimming strategy and penetration strategy. Number 1, skimming strategy. The company can charge high price claiming that the product has technological superiority of better attributes and quality, and high promotional spending in order to create quick and extensive awareness in the market and attract a large number of consumers to try the product. The company plans to try this strategy of skimming with a high price and high promotion and makes as much profit as possible before competitors imitate or copy the product and came into the market. Apple iPhone is one of the best examples of price skimming. Number 2, penetration strategy. Some companies want to maximize their market share. They believe that a higher sales volume will lead to lower unit cost and higher profit in the long. They set the lowest price assuming that the market is price sensitive. Netflix is the perfect example of penetration pricing done right. The growth stage is the second stage of a product's life cycle, and for many manufacturers, it is critical for establishing a product's market position, growing sales, and boosting profit margins. This is accomplished by the continual development of customer demand through marketing and promotional activities and the lowering of manufacturing costs. The rate at which a product progresses from the introduction stage to the growth stage and the rate at which sales rise can vary greatly from market to market. The growth phase is characterized by a rapidly growing sales base. New companies can usually enter, and existing companies can grow without reducing the sales of their competitors. For example, Apple's iPhone sales continue to grow, but new entrants in the smartphone category have lost some market share. Growth stages usually do not cause fierce price competition, as new entrants can grow without forcing an established company to sign a contract. The most profitable pricing strategies for growth are segmented, whether or not price competition is fierce. The logic behind this is simple. In the implementation phase, every customer is new to the market and the technology is simple. As buyers grow, they naturally divide into newcomers to the market and more knowledgeable and experienced buyers. For laptops, experienced shoppers tend to shop online, so they can get better prices than inexperienced shoppers who have to select and personalize products with the help of store associates. Also, different groups of customers arising from the growth stage may receive different levels of value or have different service costs. A striking example of this is innovative pharmaceuticals. Businesses are targeting the most valuable applications, aka leads, with the greatest unmet need to start innovating. This allows you to quickly obtain regulatory approvals and achieve sales at the highest prices. Maturity phase is the phase that is characterized by declining production and marketing costs due to synergies and economies of scale. When the product is mature, most of your target customers already have the product, so there is not as much demand. During this phase, the first signs of market saturation occur, and most consumers or households already own the product. Sales numbers still grow, but at a slower pace. In the maturity phase, price competition becomes intense, a broader range of distribution channels are deployed, and competition is more focused on competitive pricing, marginal product differences, or the difference in services or promotions. This period in the PLC is often said to be the cash cow period. The idea of maturity from the start also exists. This happens when a brand chooses to dispatch an item expansion and straightforwardly follows up the development period of a previous variant of the item. Margin-based pricing methods or more value-based pricing strategies are frequently utilized for products in this lifecycle stage as the market and the product mature. The competitive landscape will have gotten too fierce by the conclusion of the mature period to generate profits or even favorable margins. When this occurs, the PLC will enter the following phase, the decline phase. In addition, after the beginning excitement and build-up, blur brands alter their cost targets to meet the requests of more customers within the showcase. At first, brands can utilize price-cutting strategies to redirect and share showcase intrigued from their major competitors. In this third stage, brands tend to move towards a competitor-centric technique. Decline stage is the final stage of the 4 stages of product lifecycle. The declining stage of a product's lifecycle results in a total, relatively, decrease in sales and profit. During this phase, demand falls, and firms are left with excess, causing prices and margins to fall. As a result, shops and brands typically begin stunting with promotions during the PLC's collapse to sell their remaining stock. Nokia phones are a well-known example of a product that has gone through a decline phase that sales results substantially reduced with the launch of the iPhone. This is the stage at which the product that was once praised as revolutionary begins to be pushed out by the market or superior goods inside the market. New items and technology will emerge, and sales of the original product will begin to decline. Companies have mastered the production process, and costs are as low as they can ever be. They are in a position to reduce the price of the goods as much as feasible. Some companies have other goods at various stages of the product lifecycle, so a decline in demand for the older product will not cause many difficulties in the firm. Moreover, there are numerous techniques that may be hired with inside the decline stage. For example, try identifying alternative uses for the product. Dettol, for example, is no longer solely used as an antiseptic in hospitals. It is instead pushed for use in household cleaning. Second, try to reduce the cost of the product in order to revitalize it. Lastly, try to use product deletion or product elimination to discontinue the product. In the conclusion, the company must employ precise and effective pricing strategies for each product life cycle that they intend to encounter. That's all we've got. Thank you for your time.